Today I'm going to show a TRS-80 Model 1 computer. This is an original operating TRS-80 Model 1 personal computer. These are rare, and this one has the original cassette interface, the expansion interface with 48K of memory, and 2 floppy drives. But what makes this one so unusual is that it also has an operating 5 megabyte hard drive. I've created 2 partitions on this hard drive. The first one, containing the operating system, is 1.3 meg. It's called Drive 0. Second partition is 3.7 meg. It's called Drive 4. Most of the default setups were at least a minimum of 4 partitions because back then there was no such thing as a directory structure. The maximum number of files you could hold on a partition using LDOS was 256, making many partitions a necessity. You were actually unable to boot from the hard drive, but you had to boot from a floppy drive, which had the proper configuration of your system in a file called config/sys. If you lost or damaged the floppy diskette, you'd better have a backup or remember your configuration, or be able to rebuild it, which was not always successful. 5 1/4 inch diskettes were notorious for losing information. They were very susceptible to static electricity, and even powering on the system with the floppy door closed could cause random bits to be destroyed, often making the disk unusable. In the mid-1970s, you could buy kits or pieces from various manufacturers and build your own computer, but the TRS-80 Model 1 was one of the first personal computers that was sold as a complete personal computer system. Although a small company called Apple beat them by a couple of months, the TRS-80 outsold Apple for the first few years. There's lots of people in the world got their start with the TRS-80. That makes it pretty historically significant. It wasn't until the very early 80s that they brought out a 5 megabyte hard drive. It was priced at $2,449. I always wanted one. Although I finally got my TRS-80 Model 1 with the 5 megabyte hard drive, just sit back and enjoy the sounds of what I remember from the late 70s.